Morning, sir.
Good morning, a very good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. And how have you been?
Yeah, I've been good, fantastic. Thank you for asking. Yes. As we are meeting for the first time, shall we start our conversation with our introduction?
Yes, yes. We are meeting very first time. We don't know about each other. Who are you and
Each
where are
other.
you from? Currently, what do you do? Uh, so, may I introduce myself?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Yes, yes. First of all, thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. I am Santanu Das. I am connecting from West Bengal, and by professional, I am working person. I work in a hospital as an attendant. And if I talk about my education qualification, I have completed my graduation in mathematics subject. And if I talk about my hobbies, I always like playing cricket and football. But right now, I don't play cricket and football because I don't get free time. Yeah. And apart from also, I'm running my one YouTube channel, which name is English with SD. That's all about me. It is my short introduction. And sir, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Vishal Moite, born and brought up in Hyderabad. And coming to my education qualification, I have did my graduation in BCom Computer Application, and after that I am enrolled myself in MBA. So I am currently pursuing my masters in specialization of HR. And coming to my hobbies are playing cricket and listening to music. And coming to my spare time, I am spending my spare time to learn this language to become confident and a good speaker in this language. And I have dogs as a pet, so I spend my quality of time with them. So yeah, this is all about me in nutshell.
Yes, it is wonderful introduction from your side. And sir, first
Yeah.
of all, please tell me right now also in which purpose are you learning this language?
So my purpose is very clear, as I mentioned that I am pursuing my MBA, Masters in HR, specialization in HR. So for HR, this language is very important. I have to converse with employees and other person. I have to conduct interviews. So it's for HR, this language is very important. So that is the reason I am pursuing this language. And personally, I love this language. Yeah. So that is the reason I am into this language of learning this language.
Yes, and
Yes.
sir, during your study in school or college, at that time, did you like this subject, English subject?
Yeah, at that time also I like this subject, but I don't have that kind of environment in my schools. Like our English teacher used to speak in Hindi, so I don't have that kind of environment in my school. I studied in English medium school, but I don't have environment. That is the reason nowadays I'm struggling to learn this language. If I
Yes,
have good got this kind of environment in my school, colleges, if they focus on us to improve this language, so nowadays I we don't spend our time to learn these languages.
yes, yes. Sir, right now, say, when did you start your English speaking journey?
So it's been 1.5 years or 2 years maybe. So I started my English journey. I started with reading and like I started listening, watching some videos on YouTube, and I started reading. It's been 1.5 years, and coming to speaking, it's been 2 months to me because I had a conversation one YouTuber, so she added me in this group. So after that, I started speaking. But when I started my journey at that time, I not started speaking practice. So that is the I am regret of yeah.
Yes. And sir, you have been learning this language for a long time, about 1 year or 6 months, and 6 months. And right now, so you are speaking English very well. And you also used to study in English medium school, and you have been learning this language for a long time. I noticed that many YouTubers they are always making the thumbnail. How did you learn English just 15 days? How did you learn this language just 30 days? And what do you think? Is it possible? Just 30 days, that 15 days? What do you think? Is it possible or not?
No, no, it's not possible. Like 30 days, 1 month, or 2 months, 6 months. It's not possible. So English learning, it's a lifelong journey. We have to just enjoy our learning. That's all. It's not possible in 2 months, 3 months. It take long time. Like 6 months to 1 year, you can build your foundation. Yeah. After that, you have to focus a lot. You have to consistency is matter in this journey. If you are consistently working consistently enough, so you can yeah, you can become fluent in this language. Any
Yes.
language demands only consistency. That's it.
Yes, you are right. Actually, I absolutely agree with you because in our country, in our state, there is no good English environment. Yeah, that's why also it always take time. Yeah, it
Yes,
also always take times. And in our locality, no one speak English. Yeah, no one speak English in our locality. No one speak
yes,
English at my house. That's why also it will take time. And sir,
right.
I would like to ask another question to you. And your study was English medium school, and right now also you are speaking English. And what do you think? How much English grammar is important for speaking English?
Yeah, nowadays English is very important. Without English, it's a globally accepted language. It is applicable all over the world. If you go to interview, so interview is going to be in English language only. It's very important language nowadays.
No,
Yes,
I am asking you how much English grammar, how much English grammar
grammar,
is important
grammar.
for speaking English? Yeah.
So yes, grammar is very important, but only we have to give 20%, 10% importance to grammar practice because lots of time we have to spend listening and speaking, reading, writing. Only like 20 to 30% you have to focus on grammar because I seen lots of people they started a grammar. They started with grammar and they stuck in grammar only and they quit this journey. I seen lots of people. So I just want to say that only we have to solve like a tenses very important topic which is needed, so we have to focus on that topic like tenses, past and past, future continuous, present perfect continuous. That main topics we have to concentrate. We have to keep an eye on grammar. Yeah, totally focusing in grammar and not focusing in speaking, learning this language, listening, reading, so it's totally waste of time.
Yes,
What do
yes.
you want to deal in
Sir,
the, according to you, what
yes,
do you
sir.
want to?
Yes, yes. According to me, basic English grammar is important for speaking English.
Yeah,
Actually, there is no good English environment. Yeah, and
yeah.
I also learn my native language always listening and speaking. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
can learn
Okay.
English language listening and speaking. But there is no good English environment. And if you have a knowledge, if you have a knowledge of basic grammar, you can start your English speaking journey. There is no problem. And right now, so I have been learning this. I have been speaking English about 9 months, but still right now still I am learning the grammatical process. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
Sir, I would like to ask one question to you. Right now, so you are speaking English very well, but when you started your English speaking journey at the beginning time, what kind of method did you follow for improving your English skill?
So I just used to listen some. I used to watch some videos on YouTube. So how to learn this language. So I followed that videos of. I learned like we have to focus like when we are starting with scratch beginning. So we have to focus on cartoon. Cartoon we
Yes.
have to watch cartoon because in that cartoon it's a very basic English they use like kid also understand what's going on, and we have to read second and third standard, fourth standard English book we have to read. We have to start with that because in that also the sentences very easy we can understand. We can use that in our daily conversation. So yeah, reading and like reading and watching cartoon is very important. It's very basic. We can understand. We have to start with that. So I started with that. Yeah, I started with that. Slowly, I started watching some conversation videos. Like there are lots of platforms available, apps available. English Harry, Clappingo, and Cambly, Ing Varta. So what some student co-learner take the subscription of that apps and they will have conversation. They upload on YouTube. So I used to listen that. I started with this listening cartoons and reading schools, second standard, third standard English. Yeah, that is how I started, sir. Yes.
Yes,
How
yes.
did you
And
start?
sir,
Yes.
did you? Yes, sorry.
How
Ask
did
me.
you? Yeah. How did you started, sir? Your journey, like when you started, what motivated you, and how did you started?
Yes, yes. Uh, as far as I remember, when I started my English speaking journey, first of all, in front of camera, I always speak continuously. Yeah. And after recording the video, I was very carefully what is my mistake. And I know also to learn any language, always you have to follow four rules: LSRW: listening,
Yes.
speaking, reading, and writing. Four things are very important. But main important listening and speaking. But reading and writing is also important. But
Yes.
I follow these rules. Yeah, I follow these rules. But when I chat with our friends, in Facebook on WhatsApp, I always write in English. I know also first time I make some mistake in my writing, but I know properly after making mistake one day I will learn. Yeah, and in this way also I practice my writing skill. And I don't like reading. I don't like reading. That's why also whenever I get free time, I always watch the YouTube video in English, but with subtitle. Yeah, and at that
Yes,
time also I read. Yeah, and at that time I do two words at a time. Number one is listening, and number two is reading. Yeah, and another
yes.
part is important speaking. Speaking is also important. And whenever
And
I get free
so,
time, I always speak continually in front of camera. Yeah, and after recording the video, I was very careful. In this way, also I am improving my English skill day by day. Right now, also I am using this application for a long time, about 9 months, and using this application every single day. I talk to another people for my improve my English skill. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good start. Yeah, and yeah, yes.
Sir, you told me you also joined in you use English RE application.
No, no, I don't use any kind of applications. I do only use Skype app only to have conversation with colleagues. Till now, I haven't subscribed any such kind of platforms. So, did you subscribe the? Did you are into that kind of platforms?
No,
Are you
no,
having?
no. Yes, right. I didn't join any English RE application, but right now also I am using this application. But earlier I used to use many applications, Hybro, CV, Excellency. This kind of application I used to use for my improving my English skill for my audio call purpose. Yeah. Right now also I don't use, but right now also I use this application Skype. But sir, when did you join in this application Skype?
So it's been 2 months, I think. It's been 1.5 or 2 months happening me. So I had the conversation with one ma'am. So she added me in this group. Before that, I don't know like such kind of apps also available to have conversation with coloners. So I don't know that. So that madam added me. Yeah. So when you started your speaking journey, like when you joined
Yeah,
this app,
I have been using this application about 9 months, and I have been speaking English about 9 months, 9 or 10 months. But I have been learning this language for a long time, about 2 years. But before speaking English, I have completed the all grammatical rules. Because there is another reason. Because when I was starting in my school life, when I was starting in class 8th standard and 9th standard, at that time my English was not good, and I was very weak English subject. And at that time, I did not know how to make a sentence in English properly. Yeah, and when I was studying in my primary school, there was no English subject in my school. Yeah, that's why also
mhm.
I was very weak in English subject. And
Okay,
right now
right.
also I am working person. Right now also
Yeah.
I am working person, and whenever I get free time, I always try to learn English. That's why also before speaking English, I have completed the grammatical rules. And after completing the grammatical rules, I started my English speaking journey. Yeah, that's why also I have been learning this language for a long time, about 2 years.
Yeah, that's a great. You have given lots of time and you are speaking very well. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
you are from Hyderabad.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad. Yeah.
Sir, have you visited any state in our country?
In our country, I visited Maharashtra and Karnataka. That's all. Apart from that state, I never been.
And you have visited Karnataka. Right now, also you are speaking English very well. But when you went there in Karnataka, and at that time, did you face any problem to communicate other state of people?
No, because everyone speak like I know Marathi, so I speak with Marathi in Karnataka and Hindi also they know, so I can communicate easily. In Maharashtra also Hindi and Marathi is everyone know this language. It's spoken language over there, so it's I used to speak in this language. I not feel any difficulties
Yes.
to speak.
Actually, I have heard that most of the people who are living in southern part of our country, who are belong to Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, they always speak their native language, otherwise English. They never speak in Hindi.
Yeah, Hindi I
That's why also
totally
I am
agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I used to work in one company. There are lots of from Kerala, Malayalam, and Odisha people are there. So they used to speak in English only. They don't know Hindi, and they know only English and their native like Tamil, Malayalam. They know. So yeah, I also experienced this. South people are good in English, yes,
yes.
but they don't know Hindi. Yeah.
Sir, right now I know also to learn any language, always you have to follow four rules: LS, RW, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And right now, do you like reading book? Do you like reading English newspaper?
So yes, like I personally don't like this language, reading, but this for learning this language, it's very important to reading. So that is the reason I read. Like whatever come in front of my screen, like I subscribe lots of native speaker and who are good at English. So whatever, like I'll read captions and whatever come in front of my screen, I just love to read. And news, Google News also I have app. So whenever I get time, so I will access that. Yeah, I read some news. So that's all. And I purchased one newspaper, only one newspaper. That newspaper only I continue reading, like 5 minutes,
Yes, yes.
10 minutes.
Actually, reading is good habit for learning this language and for learning your vocabulary skill. If you read regular basis, yeah, you can improve a lot. Reading is also important. And sir, I'd like to ask another question to you. And vocabulary is also important for speaking English. Yeah, but I don't have a lot of vocabulary because I don't like reading. Yeah, while speaking, that's why also while speaking I get stuck. Yeah, lack of vocabulary. Sir, how did you improve your vocabulary skill? And what kind of method do you follow for improving your vocabulary skill?
Vocabulary skill to improve. I just don't focus totally on that. If I am listening some conversation videos of co-learners, so like English Yari, and I told that I mentioned that apps, so they upload on YouTube. So if they use any word, I just Google it and I will write down that sentence meaning of that. I write that word and I write the meaning of that word, and I use that word in when I am conversing with other people. So that is how I use it. And yeah, so that is how I fill my bucket of list of vocabulary.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you are right.
So yeah,
Yes, and sir, right now,
so yeah,
yes, ask me.
vocabulary. Yeah, vocabulary also very important. Like if you want to, like we are speaking to each other, how we are speaking. Like we have words, we have vocabulary, we have shabd. Because of that, we are speaking. So vocabulary play very important role. If you want to fluent in this language, if you want to be advanced speaker, vocabulary plays a very important role. You can't escape from that. Yeah, please something you are asking me.
Yes, yes,
Please go ahead.
yes, yes. Vocabulary is also important. Yeah, I know properly. Right now, also I am talking with you, and every single day I talk to other people. But many time I get stuck, lack of vocabulary. Yeah, but after conversation, I was thinking it was very easy, but at the time it does not come in my mind. Yeah, I have been facing this problem for a long time. Yeah, I know probably because I don't like reading. I don't like reading. I don't have time to read. Yeah, that's why I am facing this problem. I know also if you want to learn the vocabulary skill, always you have to read and first of all you have to collect every single day you have to collect 5 or 2 words new vocabulary. Yeah, always you have to collect 5 or 2 new vocabulary and always you have to read your notebook. If you follow these rules, you can improve your vocabulary skill.
Yes, but like in one day, if you have target like reading 5 words, knowing 10 words, it's not. It's totally waste of time. If you are reading 2 to 3 words, and you are using that, it's good. If you are using that, so it will give you fruitful results. Just increasing
Yes,
vocabulary and you are not using that, so it's totally waste of time. So you have to use. There are active and passive vocabulary. Active means you are using that vocabulary day to day conversation, and passive means just there in your mind, but you are not using. You know, but you are not using. So it will after some time it will go from your mind. Yeah, it will diminish from your
yes,
mind. So
yes,
using
yes,
is
you are
very.
right.
Yes.
Sir, I'd like to ask one question to you. Right now, also you are speaking English very well and you are also doing your MBA. But what is your future plan?
So my future plan, as I told, I'm doing my MBA in HR specialization. So I would like to see myself as a HR in good company, like a reputed company in MNC. In good company, I would like to see myself as a HR. After working there 3, 4 years or 5 years, after 5 years, I would like to see in that company only in that company HR manager. So that is what my plans are. Yes.
Sir, how many members are there in your family?
In my family, there are 5 members. Like my elder brother got recently married. So it's been 3 4 months. So yeah, my parents and my elder brother and his wife and I, totally five we live, and I have two dogs. I love dogs very much. I like to spend quality of time with them. So yeah, so I take care of them. So they are also like family members to us. We can't execute them like with our family. We already included. They are like family members to
Yes,
me.
yes. All right, sir. It was nice conversation with you. Yeah, you are also speaking English very well. We are talking about 20 minutes. Yeah. All right, sir.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
yeah.
Take care.
It
Bye
was
bye.
a
Have a
great.
good day.
Yeah, same. Take care. Bye, sir. It was a great conversation. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.